Hi, Taurian friends. How are you all out there? This is Kerri Mubarak at wooingnature.life. I hope you guys are having a great season, spring season so far, as we're edging closely into the summer this month of June. This is your reading. It's both astrological and I Ching in nature. I have decided this month that I'm going to take a look at your lunar cycles, and I would like to read from the I Ching this go around. It is Gemini season, so we're dealing with our duality. So we'll be taking a look at two of your houses this month, the second house and the eighth house, your self-worth and other people's money. So it's money, money, money right now, either what you're earning and how you feel about what you're earning, or it could also be coming from other people's earnings as well. So we're going to be taking a look at those two houses for you with your lunar cycle. And then after that, we're going to jump in and give you an I Ching reading from the Holitska deck this month, which allows us to take just two cards and look at both sides of the situation and then blend it all together. So since this is Gemini season and we're all kind of forced to be in that Gemini state of mind for a little while, I thought it would be a good idea for us to take a look at those two methods and get into the flow, so to speak. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's happening. Your second house is about two things: your earning potential and also your feelings and your values and your self-worth lives in the second house. So we're going to take a look at that around the time of the new moon, which comes in on June 3rd. That's going to be an area of focus with the moon energy coming in. And then toward the middle of the month, when the full moon comes in, we'll be looking at the eighth house. Now, the eighth house, they call it sex, death, and taxes, but it is focused on earnings from other people, or it could be inheritances, or other kind of monies or material things coming from other people. So we want to take a look at that for you during the month of June. So the conversations that you're having, because it is Gemini season, and it just so happens that that sign is living in your collective third house, you're going to be having some conversations about what you need and what you want in your life, and that's going to kind of take a front seat. Now, the moon itself is asking us to look outside of ourselves for answers, not be so completely focused on our own agenda. So if you've had this idea about how you want to make your money and you've been really, really focused on that, you might want to take just kind of sit on the sideline of that and kind of look at that from somebody else's angle during the beginning part of the month. But don't forget that what you value and what you feel that you need is still of importance, okay? You get that, and you probably are very sure about that, but now it's also time for you to help other people understand that about themselves, and they're going to be doing that through you and through your example as well. Okay? Consider that this is kind of for the team. So, yes, you are focusing on your values, you are focusing on your money, you are focusing on your earning potential, but whatever it is that you're gaining from that is going to be good for the whole as well. Some people are going to be learning something from your experiences. So pay close attention. It's almost like, if you're a parent or if you're a teacher of some sort, you want to be clear about what it is that you're teaching people, so you don't teach them the wrong thing, so to speak. So be in tune with your desires, be in tune with what it is that you want, but deeper than that, be clear about what it is that you are valuing, where that value statement comes from. Um, why do you value certain things? Is it really something that you value, or is it something that other people value that you've attached yourself to and say, "Oh, well, that's the important thing." So you're gonna really go a little bit deeper on this, and when you start talking about your earning potential, you have to also look at what is valuable to you, okay? And what gives value and what is the value added into your life because of it, okay? You may be striving for something that really isn't in alignment with what it is that you're about. or what it is that's actually important to you. And then you're steadily trying to get it done, and it's like, well, why won't it work for me? Because it's not in alignment with who you are and what you really, really desire. So desire is a focus, okay? But don't let that be the end all to be all, because you got to also look a little deeper at why that is something that you value. Okay? So you're going to look at both of those areas. Oops, I just lost my page. Oh, there it is. It's back. All right. So pay attention to what you desire, but also why you desire, where it comes from. Some of our values come from our parents. Some of the things that we value it because our parents told us to value it, or because your society said this is the thing that should be of value, but it may not be really what is valuable to you. Now, if you want to look more at your own second house, like if you want to look deeper into your personal second house so that we can start to look at the real picture there, you can reach out to me and we can do an astrological chart for you, and then this can really start to make sense for you a little bit better. All right, what else do I have for you here? Um all right, so the other thing is that as other people see how you're managing your wealth. Notice I said your wealth. I'm not talking about just wealth in general, like a whole lot of money. I'm talking about what represents your wealth. And everybody has wealth. It may not be monetary. It could be spiritual wealth. It could be that you're very highly intelligent. It could be that you're a very caring person, and that love that you're able to give out to other people then becomes your wealth. All of that ties into this picture here. Because remember, at the middle of the month when the full moon comes in, now you're going to be focusing on other people's money, other people's ideals, other people's stuff. And that is going to give you some interesting insight as well. So, we're working together during the month of June. And when I say working together, not just you being on a team with somebody, but we really are mirroring each other during this phase. You are making an impact on the people around you, and this is always, I mean, like, this isn't special because we're always making an impact on each other. But during this month right now, the stars are asking you to pay attention to that. Pay attention to the impact. Pay attention to how you are viewing yourself. Pay attention to how you are viewing your own inner worth. Pay attention to what is worth your attention. All of that counts. Okay? As the month progresses, earnings and bounty find their way to you. Okay? And the other thing is that not only is that bounty coming back to you, it will come in the form of recommendations for you. It may come in the form of a windfall of some sort. It could be a contract with a healthy check attached to it. But again, as the full moon comes in, someone else who has the access to what you're looking for is going to then kind of float into or fall right into your lap as an opportunity, or it could come from, like I said, somebody may recommend that you contact somebody else or that you connect with somebody else. But that's the way that energy is working. So do the work at the beginning of the month. Spend the time looking deeply at uh, what is important to you, what you value outside of yourself, and then also what you value inside of yourself. Pay attention to what it is, who it is that you are, and then how that fits into that framework. And then toward the middle of the month, you're going to start to see a different flow come in. You're going to start to see the flow and of the flow and the abundance of the universe come to you. You might become, it may be a totally unexpected place. It may come from somebody you don't even know. But do the work first. Don't go be it expecting it to come out of the sky if you haven't done your part of digging into where some of this psyche around worth and worthiness and wealth and money and earnings comes from. Do that work. Definitely do that work. All right, so moving right along into the I Ching. Let's see how the I Ching deepens our connection here. Very, very interesting too, Taurus, because Taurus are earth signs. You know, they like to have their creature comforts. They like their stuff to be like how they want it to be, and sometimes it's very physical. You know, physical things are important. It could be, you know, I don't know, you want a new couch, or it could be that you want to renovate your house or something like that. That's a very Taurus kind of thing. You know, you like your creature comforts. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you can't afford it, or you don't have the money for it, or you feel like your money is low or something like that, doing that extra digging around what your deeper feelings are around self-worth and all of that are really going to help you unblock some of those portals and some of those avenues and roads where things are trying to get to you. It'll keep you from blocking that, okay? Remember that the universe is abundant. I mean, you know, God can send you something from anywhere that God wants to send it to you, but you got to be open to receive it. And being open is really understanding who you are, what your purpose is, and then also what your self-worth is as well. All right, so we are taking a look at card number 55. Card number 55. Now look at it. It just looks like a coin, doesn't it? The image literally looks like an I Ching coin. All right, and then the next one is number 49. So that's going to represent the changing lines. And look at all these people making a figure 8. And y'all know that the 8 is all about manifestation. So I feel like, I don't know, do I even need to read the cards? They're right there. All right, so we are going to read them anyway. Make sure you read your passage. This is passage number 55. And then the second one is passage 49, but that's going to represent the changing lines. And so we'll read this the main message first. We'll take a look at the lines that are changing. We'll read the message for the changing line, and the messages for the changing line is where you can kind of get a little deeper into the reading. And also remember, some of these things may resonate. Some of these lines may resonate more than others. Those that resonate with you, keep. And those that don't resonate with you, let that be for somebody else. All right, so number 55. Guess what? Guess what the passage is called? It's called Plenty. Amazing. In terms of I Ching, plenty signifies that inner clarity and worldly success are united insofar as the whole wealth of life can be experienced. This constitutes a true peak of experience for human beings. Once it begins, a beginning in the sense of a cosmic cycle of life, the descent renews toward the planes of everyday life. This is an entirely natural phenomenon, and you should not therefore mourn the transitoriness of fortune and success. Oh, wow. That's about fearing success is what that is. Gather your strength in order to meet the future challenges before the wheel of fortune takes you to the top again. The work you do now is an investment in the future. Enjoy plenty for so long as it lasts. Say no more. All right, I'm going to go right on. I told you I didn't even feel like I needed to read it. All right, so I'm looking at the changing lines in number 49. Number 1 has not changed. Number 2 is not a change. Number 3 is not a change. There is not a change in 4. There is a change in 5 only. So we're only reading line 5 for you. This is so finite. I'm okay with that. Finite's good. Line 5 says, you need experienced helpers and will find them if you remain modest and open to advice. This attitude brings success, luck, and contentment to all of those involved. All right, Taurus. That's your message. It's all about abundance and plenty. You got the second house activated during the first part of the month. You got the eighth house activated. Both of those are money houses. Your I Ching is about plenty, abundance, finding abundance, connecting to your abundance, knowing your worth, knowing your self worth, knowing what's valuable to you, seeing what then is valuable to other people, looking at that, juxtaposed against what you think is important, and coming to some real solid, clear lines about how you're going to look at this moving forward. I can't think of anything more powerful. I know what I'm going to do is go and get next to a Taurus at the end of June and get some advice because I need this lesson. So I wish you all the best. I hope that, the abundance that's coming to you is going to be everything that you wanted it to be, and it will as long as you do the work at the beginning of the month. If you want to take a look a little deeper at what's going on with the new moon, check out my new moon view that's going to be on this channel somewhere around the 3rd, close to the 3rd. We got it coming up really soon. And then you can check out the full moon view toward the middle of the month, and I will be doing that for your element. So Taurus will be doing the earth signs. We'll do earth, air, fire, and water, new moon view, and full moon view. I can also go a little deeper into your astrology if you would like, and we can personalize this situation for you by reaching out to Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life, and we'll be glad to hook you up. All right, folks, I hope you all have a great June. I hope this reading was really powerful, as powerful for you as it was to read it. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic June month, and I hope you have a wonderful life.